Welcome, dear listeners, to History with Herodotus, where the tapestry of time is woven with threads of wonder and discovery. Today, we embark on a fascinating journey to the sun-kissed islands of the Aegean, to explore the enigmatic world of the Minoans. This ancient civilization, shrouded in mystery and intrigue, has long captivated the imagination of historians and archaeologists alike. As we delve into the origins of this captivating culture, let us begin by setting the stage for their emergence. In the distant past, around 2600 BCE, the island of Crete, with its majestic mountain ranges and fertile valleys, became a cradle for one of the most influential civilizations of the ancient world. The landscape of Crete is dotted with olive groves, vineyards, and cypress trees, which stretch towards the sky like nature's own cathedral. It was here, in this picturesque landscape, where the Minoans would eventually rise to prominence. But to understand their beginnings, we must first look to the earliest inhabitants of the island. The first whispers of human presence on Crete date back to the Neolithic period, around 6000 BCE, with the discovery of artifacts such as pottery and tools in caves like the Cave of Elethyphia. As we navigate the complexities of Minoan origins, we find ourselves in the midst of a cultural melting pot. The island of Crete was a crossroads of trade and exchange, with influences from ancient Egypt, Mesopotamia, and the Greek mainland. The Minoans were likely exposed to the sophisticated cultures of these regions, which would eventually shape their own unique artistic, architectural, and mythological traditions. We can imagine the bustling ports of Crete, where merchants and travelers from across the Mediterranean would gather to exchange goods and stories. The early Minoan period, spanning from around 2600 to 2200 BCE, was marked by significant developments in pottery, metallurgy, and architecture. The Minoans began to construct elaborate tombs, such as the Tholos tombs of southern Crete, which demonstrate a growing complexity in their funerary practices. These early Minoan communities were likely organized into small chiefdoms, with leaders who wielded significant power and influence. One notable example is the site of Knossos, where archaeologists have uncovered evidence of a complex societal hierarchy. As we explore the historical context of Minoan emergence, we must also consider the role of key figures like Sir Arthur Evans, who excavated the Palace of Knossos in the early 20th century. His discoveries shed new light on the Minoan civilization and its intricate palaces, which were once the epicenter of Minoan power and culture. The environment of Crete also played a significant role in shaping the Minoan culture. The island's rugged terrain and fertile valleys presented both opportunities and challenges to its inhabitants. The Minoans developed a profound respect for the natural world, which is reflected in their art, mythology, and spiritual practices. For instance, the worship of the goddess Potnia, often depicted with animals and natural elements, highlights the Minoans' deep connection with the land. As we conclude our exploration of the earliest history of the Minoans, we find ourselves on the cusp of a new era, one that would be marked by unprecedented cultural achievements. The stage is set for the rise of a sophisticated and enigmatic civilization, one that would leave an indelible mark on the ancient world. Join me next as we enter the resplendent era of the Minoans, where art, architecture, and mythology blend in a dazzling display of human creativity and ingenuity. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, where we continue our journey through the captivating world of the Minoans. Around 2200 BCE, the Minoans entered a period of rapid growth and development, which would culminate in the creation of some of the most impressive palaces of the ancient world. The Palace of Knossos, with its intricate frescoes and complex architecture, stands as a testament to the ingenuity and craftsmanship of the Minoan people. This majestic structure, once the epicenter of Minoan power and culture, was a marvel of its time, featuring advanced drainage systems, sophisticated agricultural practices, and a complex system of governance. As we explore the intricacies of Minoan palace life, we find ourselves in a world of vibrant colors and exquisite artistry. The walls of the palaces were adorned with elaborate frescoes, depicting scenes of everyday life, mythological creatures, and ritualistic ceremonies. The famous bull-leaping fresco, discovered at Knossos, is a prime example of Minoan artistry, showcasing the bravery and agility of the Minoan youth as they leaped over charging bulls. The Minoans were also skilled metallurgists, producing exquisite bronze works, such as the renowned horned goddess figurine. This enigmatic figure, with her elaborate headdress and imposing presence, is a symbol of the mystical and spiritual practices that permeated Minoan culture. The worship of goddesses like Potnia, often depicted with animals and natural elements, highlights the Minoans' deep connection with the land and their reverence for the feminine principle. The Minoans were master traders and navigators, establishing extensive networks of trade and exchange throughout the Mediterranean. Their ships sailed to distant lands, carrying precious goods such as olive oil, wine, and textiles. The discovery of Minoan pottery and artifacts in Egypt, Mesopotamia, and the Greek mainland testifies to the far-reaching influence of their culture. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of Minoan mythology, we encounter a complex pantheon of gods and goddesses, each associated with various aspects of nature and human experience. The myth of the Minotaur, with its labyrinthine twists and turns, is a fascinating example of Minoan storytelling, reflecting their deep understanding of the human psyche and the complexities of the natural world. The Minoans' achievements in architecture, art, and mythology are a testament to their innovative spirit and creative genius. Their palaces, with their advanced drainage systems and sophisticated agricultural practices, demonstrate a profound respect for the environment and a deep understanding of the interconnectedness of all living things. As we conclude our exploration of this resplendent era, we find ourselves in awe of the Minoans' remarkable cultural achievements. Their legacy continues to inspire wonder and fascination, offering a glimpse into a world that was at once familiar and yet utterly unique. Join me next as we navigate the complexities of the Minoans' decline and the eventual rise of the Mycenaeans, who would go on to shape the course of Greek history. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, where we now navigate the complexities of the Minoans' decline and the aftermath that shaped the course of ancient Greek history. As we transition from the resplendent era of Minoan cultural achievements, we find ourselves at a critical juncture, where natural disasters, internal strife, and external pressures began to erode the foundations of this enigmatic civilization. Around 1500 BCE, a series of devastating volcanic eruptions on the island of Thera, now known as Santorini, sent shockwaves throughout the Minoan world. The massive eruption not only destroyed the Minoan colony on Thera, but also had a profound impact on the climate and economy of Crete. The ashfall from the eruption affected agricultural productivity, leading to famine and economic instability. This natural disaster weakened the Minoans, making them more vulnerable to external threats. The Mycenaeans, a Greek-speaking people from the mainland, took advantage of the Minoans' weakened state. They began to exert their influence over Crete, eventually absorbing much of the Minoan culture into their own. The Mycenaeans adopted many of the Minoan artistic and architectural achievements, blending them with their own traditions to create a unique cultural identity. This fusion is evident in the palaces of Mycenae and Tiryns, which feature complex drainage systems and frescoes reminiscent of Minoan artistry. As the Mycenaeans rose to prominence, they established a system of city-states that would become the hallmark of ancient Greek civilization. However, their ascendancy marked the beginning of the end for the Minoans as a distinct cultural entity. The Palace of Knossos, once the epicenter of Minoan power and culture, was eventually abandoned, and its grandeur was left to the sands of time. Despite their decline, the Minoans left an indelible mark on the ancient world. Their innovative spirit, artistic genius, and deep connection with nature continue to inspire wonder and fascination. The discovery of Minoan artifacts in Egypt, Mesopotamia, and the Greek mainland serves as a testament to the far-reaching influence of their culture. As we reflect on the decline of the Minoans, we are reminded that the story of human civilization is one of continuous evolution and transformation. The rise and fall of civilizations serve as a poignant reminder of the impermanence of human achievements and the enduring legacy of cultural exchange and innovation. In the words of the ancient Greek historian Herodotus, "The gods are wont to bring low the high." The Minoan story serves as a powerful example of this maxim, where a civilization that once reached great heights ultimately succumbed to the forces of nature and human ambition. Yet, their legacy lives on, offering us a glimpse into a world that was at once familiar and yet utterly unique. Join me next as we explore the dawn of the Greek classical period, where the city-states of Athens and Sparta would emerge as dominant powers, shaping the course of Western civilization forever. That's all for today's History with Herodotus. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember that to understand the present, we must first understand the past.